Wish drop number 75. Share your story. We tend to hold to our stories until we become successful. Then at that time, we share our story of hardship, what we went through before we found success. We leave that vulnerable feeling until later on, until we've made it. I totally disagree with that. I honestly think you should tell your story when you are vulnerable, because you never know who might be in the same spot as you and is dying to tell their story, but they don't have the courage to tell it. But when they see you telling your story, boom, they start jumping in. They start telling their story. They start having the courage to be able to speak out. Another aspect of this, if you share your story when you are feeling vulnerable, you never know who out there want to help you. Who out there might have been in your shoes and wants to be on your side and wants to give you guidance and wants to give you a hand. By you telling your story, you are being vocal, inspiring at the same time, asking for help as well. You gotta choose to tell your story on an authentic way, and people have to feel it. If you are telling your story on video, do not become a robot. You gotta tell it with every emotion. They have to see it in your face. They have to hear it in your voice, in your gestures. That's how human beings connect with people, when they see all those qualities come together to tell that story with emotion. When you are ready to tell your story, start thinking, why is this story so important to you? That's step one. Start thinking, why is this story so important to me? And why should I be telling it? And what will happen when I do tell it? You are gathering all the emotions to give you the courage to tell that story. Whether you're trying to encourage people, ask for help, bring awareness, whatever the case might be. From there, start thinking about the structure of how you want to tell your story. Where do you want it to begin? Where do you want it to go up to a climax? Where do you want it to sail, right? It has to be authentic and from the heart. And once you start telling your story, show them emotion. Give your story the voice that it needs, the emotion that it needs. Do you have to be excited and go up, or do you have to be low and give them that emotion? What do you need to do with your hands? What do you need to do with your face? You've got to give your audience all of that so they can connect your story and be able to feel it. What is your tips of telling a story? Leave it in the comments below.